There is a new rhythm rising over Uganda's skylines. Steel, stone, and stories waiting to be told. Beyond the buildings, beyond the gates, there is a world where ambition becomes architecture and vision becomes value. This is Property 360. Hello, I'm Wilberforce Nsamba, a certified international property specialist, and I'm taking you inside the world of bold designs, daring developers, and big opportunities. Property 360 is not just another real estate show. It's your passport to 3 incredible journeys. Dream spaces where blueprints breathe. How was the planning process to where you are now?
It takes a lot. Do they want to modify what is existing, or do they want to build something new?
Industry and investing insights, where insiders reveal the future. If you had 500 million shillings today, how would you allocate it between Kampala and Wakiso?
Why I would consider Wakiso, because maybe in 500 million I would be able to afford an acre of land, which I can service and sell, service plots.
And the property marketplace, your exclusive look at real vetted opportunities.
The project has made the tarmac road from the NTB road to up to Palmarina Junction, and that's what the investors are looking for.
We have advanced quite a bit at this stage. We've actually sold out our phase 1 of the project. So that shows there's a lot of demand for people who wanted to build homes towards their spec.
Ready to step inside? Let's open the first door. This week on Dream Spaces, we are in Nakuru, where prime property is being shaped literally into a high-end restaurant. Walls are coming down, new structures are rising, and the vision for Kampala's next luxury dining space is taking shape from the ground up. Welcome to Dream Spaces, and today we take you behind the scenes of a major transformation in Nakuru, where an ordinary property is being re-engineered into a premium restaurant. We are here at the structure phase, demolitions, reinforcements, and redesigns. Let's get in and see how it unfolds. Come with me. Before work began, the structure served a completely different purpose. The new owners wanted to reimagine it, not just cosmetically, but structurally. So the design team mapped out new spaces, new circulation lines, and a more open, modern layout, befitting a high-end dining experience. Take us through briefly this project. Where did you start? What did the client have in mind? How was the planning process to where you are now?
Thank you very much. First, the client wanted to establish a modern restaurant in Kampala. Something as basic as that. But it takes a lot. It includes the location where they wanted to put. Do they own the property, or do they find the property established? Do they want to modify what is existing, or do they want to build something new? Do they want to add to what is existing, and then how do we incorporate the old and the new? And that is exactly where I started off with the client. One of the things I recommended as a must, and why I'm standing here today, is a plan. What we did was look at everything that they had managed to get. The establishment and how it looks, the space that it has, and the space that we can add. And then we sat down and decided, what are we going to do in this place in terms of plan? Very many times we encountered a plan that we think cannot work for what we want. Nevertheless, we kept that plan and picked out what was positive on it. And whatever could not work, we benchmarked with what was already existing in other places. And then we came up with one grand plan, including ideas from different places, and then merged them before we moved on to the actual construction.
The transformation begins with controlled demolition, removing selected interior walls to create larger dining zones. Support beams are introduced to maintain structure, strength, while new service corridors are mapped out for kitchen-to-table efficiency. Every decision at this stage affects safety, capacity, and the final outlook of this restaurant. Right now, this space doesn't look glamorous, but it's the foundation of the beauty to come. Every beam, every demolition, every reinforcement is shaping the architecture of the new restaurant. Once this phase is complete, the restaurant will begin to take its true shape. Open dining areas, a modern kitchen, curated lighting, and a signature bar. What starts in dust ends in elegance. The transformation is immediate. What was once an ordinary structure has become a commanding presence. Modern lines, curated textures, and an inviting outdoor experience that sets the tone before you even step inside. This is Meet Studio, confident, contemporary, and designed to stand out in Naguru's dining scene. This is the moment every project works toward, the reveal. From demolition to detail, this restaurant has undergone a complete rebirth. Let's step inside and experience the final look and feel. Inside, the design language is clear: warmth, elegance, and intention. The open dining layout flows effortlessly, balancing intimacy with openness. Natural wood finishes soften the space, while curated lighting lights textures creates the mood. Every element, from seating to spacing, has been engineered for comfort, movement, and atmosphere. This isn't just about beauty, it's about function. The structural decisions made early on now pay off. Clear sight lines, efficient service routes, and a space that works as beautifully as it looks.
The task at hand was not a difficult one. What the client wanted was a good food experience. We were tasked to do something that will not interrupt the theme of the place, which was good food and nice stay. The structures that you see were supposed simply to supplement the task at hand, which was to serve good food, and then accompanied with the good ambience that we created. So when I came here, what did I look out for? I looked for warmth. I looked for less color in order not to draw a lot of attention. Now that took me to choice of things like wood or materials that would look like wood. Wood as a standalone, for example, would have been very expensive to achieve something that we considered supplementary to the main service, which was the food. So I chose steel, but painted it as wood. So we eliminated all things white light. We went with yellow lights only. If you see this place at night, you will realize what we are trying to talk about. I wanted a material that when it reflects the yellow light, it will feel like it's blending with the wood that I have in the surrounding.
I really love this transformation here because why? I love how functional it is. It's a small space, it's not a humongous space, but it's quite functional. It will give you a fine dining experience. If you want a cafe setting, you will get that. If you want to lounge with your friends, you'll get that outside in the patio. So I really like how aesthetically there's a fine balance between aesthetics and functionality for this space. The lighting is amazing. The art that went onto the walls, the mirrors, you know, if you look into the fine dining restaurant, for example, the split mirror elevated the space. It made it look bigger. So generally speaking, I think this is my safe haven.
What began with demolition, hammers, and engineering drawings has become a destination. Every beam placed, every wall removed, every decision made during construction shaped this final outcome. This is proof that great spaces are built twice. First in the vision, then in execution. The Meet Studio is officially complete and officially open for business. From structure to style, this project shows what happens when engineering, design, and ambition align.